All right, now in this part 2, I'm going to explain how you update, how you bind, and how you stick calibrate in that order. Because you might purchase your FlySky Noble NB4 and just bind the receiver and you realize nothing ain't happening. Maybe you need to update the receiver with the transmitter, and the transmitter will have the latest firmware. Mine came with a 1.0.3.6 firmware, which is the latest. So you need to check that by going in the system, and then when you reach the About Noble, you click on that and it tells you everything, you know, the firmware and all that stuff. So you can bind and you can update with power from the usual battery pack, but make sure you have enough power. All right, make sure. And the receiver handles 3.5 up to 8.5, and this is the FGr4s I have, and the FGr4 handles up to 18 volts. All right, now I'm going the usual route where I attach my battery to my ESC and all that stuff. Yeah, but make sure your wires, nothing's touching. Yeah, so what you need to do is take your receiver, yep, and you want to take your bind plug and you want to insert it in the bind and channel 4 pins, and this is for update procedure. All right, so this is what it, you know, it should look like, the bind and channel 4, and then you put your power, your connection to channel 2 in your ESC. Okay, now before I switch on, I've named the model already, and this receiver is going in this mini. I just did this body shell. Yeah, so just sharing with you all. Yeah. All right, so you switch on, and I've already put it, make sure it's on the receiver you want to bind with, and if you notice, it only shows the transmitter voltage, which is 3.97. now you want to go into the menu and find RX set, which is receiver set. You press on that and then you scroll to update receiver, but you do not press as yet. So you switch on, and once you switch on, what the receiver does is it's gonna blink 3 times, showing it's ready for updating. Now once you hit update receiver, it's gonna ask you which one is it. So I've got the FGr4s, so I'm gonna touch on that and then just hit update. It asks you a question, you just click yes, and it shows you updating, and it says update successful. All right, so you just simply switch off. Yep. And then you want to go into bind with receiver, but you do not touch the bind with receiver as yet. What you need to do is remove the bind plug. Yeah, and you want to take, I've removed the power source too. You want to put it in the bind port now properly, and then you attach back your power to channel 2. So we've done the update, now we're getting into the binding. Now you leave the transmitter and bind with receiver, and once you switch it on, the receiver flashes a rapid light to show it's ready for binding, and you just press bind with receiver, and it tells you binding successful, and the receiver goes into a steady light. So once you switch off,
signal lost.
It tells you signal lost, but that's all right. Okay, so you can go back into the system and you unplug all the plugs, you remove the bind plug, and then what I'm gonna do is replace the power to channel 2, and I'm gonna put in a server just for testing in channel 1, the usual setup. Alright, so I'm gonna switch on. Alright, and this is where I'm gonna show you how the telemetry goes to work, or the back and forth receiving signal of this, the receiver. It tells you, I hope you can see, but it shows you the voltage of the transmitter of the receiver, which is 6.16 volts for the receiver. It shows you the signal strength and everything. So everything is in full form. And you can hear that from the server. Or if you can see it, everything is working well. So everything is working quite well. Alright. Now what you need to do, leave it on. You go back in the menu. Now this is where you're going to the stick calibration. You want to press the system and find stick calibration. Alright. And I say, for your safety, please turn off the receiver first. Now I wanted to show you that. It tells you everything. So you switch off. That's fine. You go back to stick calibration. I intentionally did that for you to realize it tells you please turn off the receiver. You go into stick calibration. Now for steering, you turn to the full length. The full. And after that, you go to throttle, full, and then reverse. And that's it. That's your calibration. Yeah?
Calibration successful.
It tells you. And you go back to your screen. Okay. And what I love about this also, if you turn the system off, the receiver, it tells you signal loss. But if you turn off the transmitter and leave the ESC and the receiver on, it doesn't shut down. It tells you the receiver is still on. So I love that. I love that. And just a quick demo. Alright, everything, there it goes. And if I try to turn off the transmitter, you see it tells you, warning, receiver is still powered on. Power off the transmitter, yes or no. So you just simply click no. And you shut off your ESC.
Signal lost.
And that's it.
Shutting down.
So there you have it, you need to update, you need to bind, and then you need to calibrate your sticks. Yeah? So I hope that helps, and then I'll come with part 3, just an overview of the screen, the menus. Yes, so all ready and good to go. Thank you.